Hello, my name is Ashton Fuselier. I'm doing a presentation on the Cordyceps fungus, and let's just get right into it. I only have a certain amount of time, so so Cordyceps fungus. This is the kind of the video that pushed me to do a presentation on it. It's really interesting. Unfortunately, it is 5 minutes, so I don't have time to show the video, but I would recommend everyone go just watch it, see what's up. So the cordyceps fungus, I'm sure a lot of people have heard of it, especially recently with the new Last of Us show. But what is the cordyceps fungus? Is it a zombie virus? Well, not fully, not exactly. So the cordyceps fungus actually can be a zombie virus, and some insects, specifically ants. So what happens is it needs to spread, and it does that by releasing its spores in the air. And so all of these tiny little spores are just floating throughout the air, and if it attaches onto an ant, it then begins to grow, and then it starts to just destroy its nervous system and kind of control it, even though it's dead. It does that through the exoskeleton. So basically, it just controls the ant and it moves it to a warm environment. So that's where it needs to grow, and it takes about 3 weeks to do that. And then it does the same process all over again. So it is kind of like a zombie virus, but for ants. Will it affect humans, though? Absolutely not. It's pretty much near impossible. On here, it says the temperature needs to be at least, or excuse me, it needs to be around 32 degrees Celsius to actually grow. And because we're all mammals, that's not going to happen. It won't grow, and it won't be able to control us. And unfortunately, The Last of Us does have it wrong. That is not an actual possibility. So it's not going to affect us, so no need to worry. But there is a lot of actually, you know what? Tell you what, let's go back real quick. I did want to show this picture. I'm not very tech savvy, but here is the cordyceps growing out of an ant. So I think it's really cool. This is it actually does like a death bite, is what a lot of people call it, where the final thing the ant does before it's fully like dead is it bites on a leaf, and then it just stays there. And then that's when this cordyceps starts to grow out. And it's really cool looking when you see like a time lapse of it. But I just wanted to show that because I don't really actually know how to put it on the presentation. So, but going back to the real cordyceps, a lot of funguses are used for medicine and therapeutics and all of that, and we learned that in our section. So cordyceps fungus is actually not all that bad unless you're an ant. So the cordyceps fungus it was discovered mostly by the Chinese, originally from there, and it's involved in a number of things. So on here I said sleep and appetite, but I mean, I'll go into it later. There's just a lot you can do with it, and so they figured out that the fungus actually helps them. So there is a confusion though. The cordyceps fungus we talked about before was called militaris. Now the cordyceps fungus we use is called senescens, or the golden cordyceps. So it's actually a rare fungus. It mostly grows in the eastern hemisphere, so like India and China, and many folk healers, so like witch doctors and stuff, used it to fight cancer and diabetes. And unfortunately, it's not that wonderful. So, but they do use it to treat the blood flow throughout the body and stress. And you can just buy it. And once again, let me exit out of here real quick. So golden cordyceps, I have it right here. They look like little Cheetos, but you can put them in these pills, and they're actually really good for you. They help you sleep, eat, just all the blood flow type of stuff. And actually, since I'm running out of time, let me quickly get back. Speaking of blood flow, you could actually use it as a pre-workout. Go figure. It just it boosts a bunch of the ATP in the body, which, as we learned, you need to do anything. So it just boosts the ATP. Otherwise, it just makes more blood flow and oxygen. And here are my sources. Most of these actually go into a lot of depth about the extraction process and just the research process and all of that. Unfortunately, I just didn't see the need to put all of that, just because it was just a lot of scientific stuff. So, yeah, thank you for listening. I appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.